pretty soon people are going to start thinking I only watch 3D Netflix anime featuring Todd Haberkorn. Drifting Dragons, adapted from the beautifully illustrated manga of the same name, is new anime out of Netflix jail, and it may just be their best one yet. Drifting Dragons follows a group of sailors called Drakers aboard their ship the Kinzaza. Drakers search the sky for dragons of many different shapes and sizes in hopes of selling off their meat, oil, and whatever else they can. Despite appearances, the Kinzaza is a rather small ship, so we get to see all of their members pretty frequently. This show gives you a lot of time with the entire crew, so although there is a small group that you consider main characters, you could argue that the entire crew are the protagonists. Drifting Dragons seems to have three main focuses. First is obviously hunting dragons. The show starts with the fight between a mother and baby dragon that look a little strange, which makes you feel like maybe all dragons will be weird abstract creatures you can't understand. There is a good mix of designs that help the dragons feel unique from what you've been seeing for years without having every dragon look like a rainbow threw up on a broken cookie cutter, where you can tell where some of the dragon aspects came from, but you can also see where it became a mess. Towards the end of the anime, there is one dragon who will forever haunt my dreams. Secondly, this show also spends a lot of time on Mika and his obsession with food. The crew is always coming up with new ways to cook the dragons they catch, and it seems like Mika's whole reason for living as a Draker is to eat as many different dragons as humanly possible.
Looks tasty too.
Yes, ma'am!
Get it. That will just diminish its flavor. If we're killing it, we should at least make sure that it tastes good.
Have eggs.
What? What am I supposed to eat instead, huh?
Now hold on.
You pretty well, don't you?
Take as much as you want. Just get out of here.
What's this one here?
Ah! Hey, Mika! That's for everyone! Oh, what the?
Hey! Get him away before he eats it all!
Thirdly, we spend a lot of time on surface level interactions between the crew. We see how everyone gets along without really learning anything new about them. We watch the two handsome idiots stumble their way through life, how close Mika and the chef are, and how professional but distant a relationship between the acting captain and Gibbs. And we're less so shown, but mostly told that Vonabelle feels weird about how talkative she is with the rookie Tagita.
Increase output!
I've been waiting for this. Full throttle, here we go!
Whoa! You are way too excited for this!
With Drifting Dragons being 3D, obviously people debate on how good or bad the show's animation and art style look. Since Netflix likes to license these style of shows like it's gonna cure the corona, we can quickly rank it without much thought. Kagaster of an Insect Cage looked fine, although very inconsistent, so above them would be shows like Levius and Ingress. A lot of the time 3D anime can look good from afar or nail every environment, but ultimately looks weird when trying to emulate traditional anime characters' faces, but Drifting Dragons rarely has a moment that puts me off like some of those other shows did. I read Drifting Dragons while going through a weird phase with manga. I had a lot in my backlog, but nothing besides Eden Zero was really keeping my attention. I found Drifting Dragons took too long to grab my attention and then would lose it during the down moments. The anime didn't have the same effect on me. There was a point around episode 3 or 4 where I began to feel a little bit bored, but after episode 6 straight through 12 I couldn't stop watching. But that may be because a lot of what I started to find boring in the anime was also what stopped me from reading around the manga.
This runt says he's a Draker. Think that's true?
Don't you see it's people like you who give Drakers a bad name?
Yeah.
Overall, this anime adaptation was crazy fun to watch, and the English cast Netflix put together works really, really well. There's still the now well-established tradition of having Todd Haberkorn voice 38 different characters every show that I will forever love, but everyone on the Kinzaza feels right at home with their actors, and everyone has a chance to shine. With people still stuck inside for quarantine, now is the perfect time to get taken away into the skies for a new anime adventure.
Potatoes. Once again.
Yeah, I know. I used to like eating.
Thanks for watching. Check your screen for the 1am anime playlist and a video YouTube seems to think you'll dork out over. Or just check the description for anything else you need. Well, peace weebs.